Hello guys, this is Marcus Atilius Regulus, the Roman consul leading the army in Africa against Xanthippus, who's over there, leading he's a mercenary general in the Carthaginian army, leading the army of Carthage in the Battle of Bagradas. And it's a year 253, at least as it's said in the scenario notes. And yeah, this is part 2. We have seen some action in part 1. We have no victory banners yet, but we see a few losses, light infantry on both sides. The Romans taking a bit more losses. There's 4 blocks there, but it's not a complete unit. We have seen losses from 2 different units. The Carthaginians got their loss over there. There was some skirmishing happening. The Velites went up, if you remember, while the Carthaginians were redoing their lines a bit, and well, they didn't really manage to cause any big damage on the Carthaginians while they were redeploying. So it ended up with the Carthaginians actually assaulting the Velites, who of course scattered and evaded away, but with some heavy losses. Especially this one got caught by a phalanx unit there. And we also seen the elephants being kind of left behind over there on the Carthaginian side. I think we will try to get them up towards the front again, because we have a mounted charge card there, if you remember, and that could be really valuable for the elephant attacks. Even a game winner if it's launched in the correct time. So the Romans have been pretty stationary other than the Velites attacks. They sent forward some light cavalry on more harassment missions, but again, they cannot really hurt the Carthaginians. Well, they haven't yet, at least. Let's see, maybe they can do it now. But the lines are pretty much closing in, so I think we will see the big clash happening here soon. So let's continue. It's the Carthaginians who go first, and let's see what card they will play. It's a C, D or E slot. It will get activated, so we have a counterattack. That would be 2 units left, so it's over here on the Carthaginian right then. Then we have a double time, we have a 3 center, and we have the mounted charge, which I don't want to launch yet because I want to get the guys more into action first. So at the double time, I also think I want to save for a later. I'd like to have the heavies one more step forward before I launch the counterattack, or the double time, because then I can reach the main line of the Romans by that. So I'm gonna keep that for a while. So this means I pretty much think I need to play this card, because this would give me the chance to do the double time I was talking about. So let's see who we should. Or maybe I should dress the lines a bit, put that elephant forward, and put in some good skirmishing fire here while waiting for the elephants to catch up. Maybe that's a good thing. So that would be no, because these guys are not in the center. Bad. That was not too good. So maybe we still should just move forward with some of the phalanxes, making us ready for the double time assault. I guess so. So we just put these 3 forward. Maybe I should even move forward with Xanthippus, so we get the leadership bonus with us when we do the assault. I think so. So let's do it like this. We move these guys forward. These guys too, and Xanthippus moves into the gap here with his phalanx, with the supposedly Sarissa armed infantry that he's with. So he's now commanding a nice line here with a bulge in the center. So pretty much a lot of troops can now reach the Roman lines. Even the velites are in danger now because they cannot really evade from there. So they would really need maybe, you know, order light troops so they can go through their own lines and hide behind the auxiliaries and legionaries here. But let's see. It's getting a bit dangerous for the Romans actually because these guys are coming so aggressively towards them. So that was a 3 center, and we have a move fire move as the replacement card on slot D here now. Okay, that indicates we could do some more skirmishing first, but let's see. It depends on the situation, of course, and what cards we can play with the dice. But now it's the Romans. So that's the tactic card, a face-up tactic card, or the least ordered. So we have, I think this also counts as a section card in the in these solitaire rules. So we only have section cards in this way. So we have no leader there, meaning that would only activate 1 unit. So probably this is the one we need to play. Actually it is, yeah. So it's a 1 unit of my choice. So it's not an easy decision. Of course I could save some velites from the doom now. That would be this guy, I guess, because they will get attacked the next turn. That's pretty much sure. So man, this is a difficult one, but I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna order this one with this card, move them like this into safety, even giving some support to those guys, but I think they will evade anyway if the Carthaginians attack. It's a bit of a waste turn there for the Romans, but that's how it goes. They are pretty much paralyzed by the quick advance of the Carthaginians, I guess. And here it comes. Let's see if they can activate that double time now. It's a D or E, so they can indeed do the double time. They could also do a move fire move, but I think we want to get our hands dirty now. Well, it bothers me a bit that the cavalry is so far left behind. This is really not going as in history. The cavalry should be really aggressive, I guess, on the Carthaginian side, scaring off the Roman one and then helping the infantry in the center fight. But we need to close in with the infantry first, so let's do that. We play the other double time now. It's time. Now the big clash begins. So it's 4 units. And of course we'll go with the heavies. That's why I brought them up here in the first place. So where should we hit? We could for sure get those 2 velites dead. I think that's really possible. That would give me a few banners. I mean, I could kill off a few of these velites. I could kill off these guys, probably these 2 as well. The bad thing with doing, I mean, that's basically or probably 3 victory banners. But then comes the retaliation, and all these Romans, if you attack the velites, are in full strength. So they can hit back really, really hard, and they can, if they got the good card for it, they can sweep in behind us and hinder us from retreating and stuff. So it's not an easy choice. Should we attack the heavier ones, leave the velites be where we can, and try to harm their heavies instead, or heavier troops? Or should we go for the victory banner count here? This means we need to stand the Roman counterattack. Let's see. I think I'd go for some victory banners anyway, because I have a few troops that anyway could only reach those velites. So let's do that. But 4 of your units, that's the 4 heavies, and now we're gonna move them. So I'm gonna move these guys here. These guys will go here. These guys let's see. let's put them here. Now these guys, I think it would have been nice if he could have been giving more leadership support, but I'm gonna do it like this. So they split up into assault columns here. First one going here and the second one going here. And I think the main purpose of this double time attack is actually to get rid of those damned velites. But let's see how it goes. So we start here. And I start with that unit, of course, because I don't want these guys to have a chance to evade or retreat. So here goes first. And I had to check, there's no first strike here, no. I always forget that. So those velites need to fight for it. And we attack with 5 dice. So this should and could be very devastating. The good thing for the Romans, though, is thanks to that guy moved there, they are at least supported. So that could be a reason for me to actually attack those guys first, because these will lose their support by that. On the other hand, they can then evade because we cannot occupy both of these hexes. So I need to attack with these first anyway. But it's gonna be hard to kill them with 5 dice, but we should hit them really, really hard. Let's see. Okay, we got actually only 2 hits on them. Too bad we don't have the general with us. So 2 velites, and they actually fight back. They're throwing the javelins from all sides and manage to hit one of the heavies. Right. So pretty good exchange actually for the light infantry here. Next one. Who should we attack? Let's try to take out these 2 hex unit there. Or 2 block units, sorry guys. 2 block units will be the target. I need 2 hits, and I think we should be able to do that. Yes, of course. Got 3 hits, loads of flags. So these guys are eliminated. And now I will actually back off. And we got the first Carthaginian victory banner, and the first victory banner of the game actually. So here we go. Next one. Well, I think I'll start with Xanthippus attacking these velites. This time, of course, leader support, so this should be the other thing is, if I attack with these guys first, then I could finish the job and do a bonus attack. But the thing is, if these guys manage to kill those completely, then I lost the opportunity to fight with those guys. And that's bad. So I'm gonna do it with Xanthippus first. That's the reason for it. So let's see. The velites are supported, so they can ignore that flag. And Xanthippus and his guys only managed to get 2 hits on these. Not what I hoped for, to be honest. And the velites again will fight back, throwing the javelins. They're scattering, running around the sides, throwing javelins, but they missed this time. Second one, I just have to attack those guys and try to eliminate them. It's 5 dice, I need 2 hits, and I had the leader adjacent to me. Thanks to that, I managed to do that. You got 3 hits in. These guys are now eliminated. We got the second Carthaginian victory banner. We could go in there. But do I think I will not do that. I'll keep myself there. I think it's... well, they could block my retreat with those guys going there, and I could be in a really bad position here. If I go here, well, then they could block me with these units, so on my retreat path. So I will actually stand here. It's a big of a bad position because I'm not supporting now. I was actually hoping to get the velite with that attack. It would be really nice, but Xanthippus was a bit late to the attack, and the velites managed to scatter and they survived the first onslaughts, but got caught by these guys later on. Well, that was the second double time. Let's see, we got 2 banners, but the dangerous troops are still here, and a quick glance on the Roman card rack. We have this medium troop card, which is really dangerous. They can activate all of the legionaries and counterattack. So this could be a really important next activation for the Romans. Let's see what I get. That's an A or B, so at least that card is not activated. That's bad for the Romans. Let's see what they got. 4 units left, okay, or 4 units right. Okay, interesting. So they need to activate from one of the flanks. These guys are engaged in the battle in the center, checking those troops, running after the velites back and forth in front of them. So they're just checking out here. So we're gonna order some units in the flank, and I'm tempted to do it with these guys, because on the left hand flank, because I want to get that cavalry into safety, I want to get that guy into safety. We could even throw some javelins with our auxiliaries here. So the Roman allies will do what they can before the heavies come in and throw in the javelins. And I think that could be a good I'm just thinking we could also go in with the cavalry, even right in here, and get the leader support and attack. That could be pretty devastating, because these guys are not supported. So we could force them back, attack again if they survive the first one. That could be really valuable, actually. But that means I need to move away one of these auxiliaries, but we could do that, I guess. Let's see, or we just throw the javelins and move away those guys a bit. Yeah, I think I'll be a bit more cautious, because I don't need to be really afraid here yet, because Carthaginian cavalry is showing no interest of coming, so I can stand here on the baseline quite safely. So let's leave the cavalry for now and activate these 4. So it's 4 units left, as I said. So these guys, well, first of all, these guys will retreat back here. They are out of range now. These guys will not move, they will throw the javelins, trying to get those guys. And these guys, well, let's move them here for some screening jobs, keeping these guys safe. But I know this is a pretty bad situation for light cavalry to be right now. I cannot evade. No, that's too dangerous. Let's go. Heck, I'm gonna move them all the way here to the flank. Because if I stay here, I'm still in very much of a danger. These guys can reach me, and they can reach me with both the cavalry here, the light ones. So I will do a tactical retreat with those lights and just hope these guys perform well. So let's see. It's gonna be 2 dice attacks with the javelins here. And we start off with the guy that got hurt already. So we throw 2 dice against that guy, and you know what, we hit them again. So these guys are getting dangerously weak now. 2 blocks left. Good throwing of these. I don't know if these are some Italian allies of the Romans, I guess. And another one from here. But that was a miss though. But I'm happy with the first one here, so we are a bit more eager to stay in a line to meet those guys when they are weakened. Okay, that was the 4 left from slot A. I'm going to replace that and go to the Carthaginian side again. Let's see. A or B. That would be a leadership any section. That would be nice, but it bothers me there's a gap there, so we could only if we would choose Xantippus, we could only order those two. This would be a golden opportunity, of course, to advance with some cavalry now. But let's see. Or we have two in the center, or we could also get the light units into action, but this is not the time for the lights to do that thing. I need to do some good stuff here now. But I will not waste the leadership any section just to get Xanthippus, because I can pretty much do the same thing with these cards. So I will play the two in the center actually. And Xanthippus will for sure be one of them. We could also move back those guys, getting out of reach of the Romans. Or we could press on instead with maybe this guy or this guy and getting some holes in the lines here. Maybe I want to do that. It's a bit tempting to get these guys into safety as well, but I don't know. I would like to get the banner count going. I'm gonna do these instead. So I'm gonna activate those two, and I will now step towards this side to get these guys into a cluster. So the Xanthippus goes here. Here we go. So I'm gonna attack, and I will attack with Xanthippus first this time, and that will be my target. Let's see. That's 1, 2, and 3 hits. No flags. So these legionaries took a big hit, but they didn't got eliminated. So we lost the opportunity for a bonus attack here. And that's not all. They're of course gonna bite back, and that's 4 dice. Very dangerous, and they are also adjacent to a leader. So, can you believe it? Those legionaries fought so well. The Pila did bite hard this time when the phalanx was approaching. So 4 blocks dead. The whole Sarissa unit of Xanthippus gone. So first of all, we're gonna give the Romans the first banner. Oh, this is heavy. And then we're gonna check the fate of Xanthippus himself. Oh, he survived, so he can now go up to 3 hexes back. And well, I'm gonna put him here. I'm not going at that direction. I want to keep him with some heavier troops, and there's no immediate danger for him to get killed there, so I'm gonna go there. The bad thing is these guys lost their leader support now. Sucks, but I'm gonna take my opportunity to kill off that unit anyway. So that's 5 dice, we need 1 hit. No leaders counting, but we got the blue and we got the sword symbol, so these guys are eventually dead. Another victory banner for the Carthaginians by that, so it's 3-1 now. We could march in the gap, but that's just plain crazy because we are putting ourselves in range for both of these 3 areas. Alright. Well, it's the Romans again, and now they have opportunity to... I mean, this must be a thing shaking these guys, seeing Xanthippus' men go down and Xanthippus himself taking his mount and running back. Or maybe he wasn't even riding, he was probably in that phalanx, I guess. Anyway, let's see what Romans can do. They have a golden opportunity to bite back now. It's an A, B, or C, so it's a 3-card option here. So, light troops, well, not that great. 4 in the right. Or order mounted. Ah, okay. Order mounted. Well. Okay, they are still a bit paralyzed in the center by the things happening here. I guess they are all engaged in the fighting, so order mounted is not an option right now. Order lights or 4 units here. I think it needs to be the lights actually, because Yeah, I think it needs to be the lights. So let's do that. It means 4 light units, and we're gonna continue the throwing of the javelins from here. Let's also engage these guys. And why not? These guys as well. This time I actually dare to go there with the cavalry because I have so much fire I can put on these guys so to scare them away, so I'm out of reach of them. I'm gonna concentrate on getting that guy. And these guys will just do a sidestep and go there, or maybe we should even go there, try to get a hit on those guys. That would be really nice. And yeah, that's it. No, I'm gonna move those guys there. Yeah, they have moved, so let's mark them as that. That's it. So let's start from the guys who only have 1 target. So here it's a 1 die attack. No, he could also attack those guys. Let's see. Let's start with the light cavalry. They're gonna throw the javelins against that unit. It's a 1 die attack. A miss. Okay, the next one. Now I need something to happen. I actually need a flag. So 2 dice against that heavy. Not a flag, but a hit. Okay. Second one of these auxiliaries will actually target the same. I know these guys are weak, but I need to get those guys away. I was counting on getting at least 1 flag on my rolls, and now it came. No hit, but a flag, and that's okay. These guys are now safe there. And then we have the last one. 1 die attack against that weakened heavy. With a bit of luck we could weaken them even more. No. But they are now in range of firing here, and now they have evasion options here. Okay, that was the lights of the Romans. So it's the Carthaginians then. And the situation is really interesting. They could really press on again in the center if they got the cards for it. But the elephants will be badly needed here now to finish the job, but they don't have those in place. So this is C, or the lowest order count. So C is order mounted, and the lowest order count is this one. This would order 4 units, this would order 4 units. No, it's the Carthaginians, sorry. So it's a counterattack. That means light troops or one of these two. And this would order 6 units, and that would order 4 units. So that's the one. Oh, I'm gonna check this also. Sorry about that. Heavies, okay. Of course. Let's see. It's C, the counterattack, which would mean light units, as it's Romans played that. Or this one, but that will order 6 units. This would order 4 units, and this would actually give me also 6 units, I guess. So it's not an option. So it should be the counterattack light units or leadership any section. And I think I'm gonna go with the leadership then, because with that I can get Xanthippus into play again. So Xanthippus it will be, and then I can order 3 more units. And I will go on. I know I have been decimated here, but I need to go on. So I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna be a bit brave. These guys march down here. These guys march down here. And Xanthippus will attach with these guys. Well, I have a bit supported cluster of units, but let's see how long they will be supported. So attacking first with that guy is a bit dangerous, so I'm gonna do it with Xantippus, and he will now attack these legionary troops here with a leader. This is a dangerous mission, I know, but we need to do it. So it's 5 dice. We would need 4 hits to be happy. Let's see. 2 hits. Oops. First of all. So 2 of these medium heavies goes down. And now's the interesting part. We got 2 flags. We can ignore one because we have the leader. We can ignore the second because we are supported. But if the leader would go down now, then we can only ignore 1 flag. So let's see the fate of that leader first. It was close, but he's fine. So he chose to ignore those 2 flags and do the counterattack. So here comes the Pila and the counterattack of the Romans. Okay, that's 1 hit and 2 flags. And the same situation occurs here because we are supported and we have the leader. But let's take the loss first and then we check the leader. We're gonna remember we have 2 flags. Xantippus is fine. So now we could optionally take the flags if you want to, but I will not do that. I will stay here because I'm gonna want to give those guys the leader support, because here comes the second attack. So we are kind of outflanking these guys here, even they have the support here, but we are doing another attack against the Romans and we would need 2 hits. We still had the leader with us. And thanks to that we just managed to kill that legionary unit. 2 down. And another Carthaginian victory banner. And now we're gonna check the fate of that leader. He's fine. So he will of course back to these triarii going here. We could go in with those guys, but we don't. We want to keep that supported cluster here. So, well, 4 banners against 1 now. And this was, yeah, it was slot A, so we got a 2 units right coming there. By the way, this should be up and available. Okay, a line command. So now the Romans. Interesting. A, B, or C? Rally. But the guys got eliminated, so we really don't have anything to rally here. And I think I need to be adjacent to leader to do the rally. No. Yes, I need adjacent or in a leader hex. Okay, maybe later on then. So 4 units right or order mounted. Oh, crazy. The thing with the order mounted, I can't really reach them. And these guys is just too weak, right? If these guys could have managed to reach those guys, I could have opted for that attack, actually. So it more or less needs to be 4 units right. They're really not getting a good cards here now, those poor Romans. But I'm gonna see if I can do something at least in something offensive. So I will order these 4 units on my right hand side. I'll start with a light cavalry 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna at least throw some javelins against those fighting guys of Xantippus there. And what about these auxiliaries? And that medium heavy? Well, there's a big gap here, so maybe we can start moving them forward a bit. You could even go 2 actually. You know, start scaring these guys a bit, because maybe the Carthaginian needs to put some attention to those guys, otherwise we could fire if we get the opportunity. And these guys, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, let's put them here as a bit of a support. So, a 1-die attack against that heavy, but that was a miss. Okay, that was that, and we get a new card for the Romans in slot B. And yeah, I think I'll end the session here. Loads of units now in the dead pile, mostly Romans, as of course reflected in the victory banner count 4-1 for the Carthaginians. And they had their heavy push going in here with the phalanxes, but those seem pretty alone there, right? I mean, if the Romans could pull off some good counterattack, this could be really dangerous for these guys. So they really need to pull up some guys to reinforce these heavies here. But I think the Romans are good in screening from that side. The warriors, of course, they could pretty soon reach here. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But well, it's gonna be an interesting final, and maybe we even see the end during the next session. So let's see what happens. Thank you for watching, and hope you will be back for part 3. Bye bye.